Italian elite theory, developed by thinkers like Vilfredo Pareto, Gaetano Mosca, and Robert Michels, posits that societies are always ruled by a small, organised elite, even in supposedly democratic or hyper-individualist systems. Maintaining power through coercion, persuasion, and manipulation of societal structures, while the masses remain knowingly passive or successfully manipulated. Whilst this is the case, a top-down implemented status quo or consensus emerges. The circulation of elites, however, is a mechanism where real change does happen, where one ruling group is eventually replaced by another, with the idea that power dynamics are driven by the elite's unique ability to adapt and to wield resources. Applying the theory to pre-Civil War Rapture, it begins in a relatively utopian state, with the objectivist ideals of individualism and free markets at the forefront. However, it quickly devolves into a society dominated by a small elite, consisting of Andrew Ryan, the Rapture Central Council, and eventually Frank Fontaine. Ryan represents the initial elite, enforcing his vision through charisma, propaganda, and control of Rapture's infrastructure. Although he's the paragon of society's shared ideology, he nonetheless retains the sole ability to decide in the state of exception, or state of emergency, and the sovereign is he who decides on the exception. His rule aligns with Mosca's concept of a political class that justifies its dominance through an ideology. Yet the circulation of elites emerges regardless, as Fontaine, a counter-elite, rises to power by exploiting the city's underclass and the addictive substance Adam. Fontaine's method shows the difference between the two styles of elite power projection described by Pareto. In this case, the lions, overtly forceful rulers like Ryan, supplanted by foxes, Machiavellian subversives. The fall of Rapture, as a result of their competition, reflects the inherent instability of the ruling class, as described by elite theory. The elite's inherent pursuit of, or clinging to, power produced Ryan's creeping authoritarianism, Fontaine's criminal empire, and subsequent Adam addiction, all eroding the social order and trust from the masses they depended on. Though there were elites other than those two, by definition they were not as successful, and so became mere high-ranking tools of their struggle, never themselves usurping, but being usurped by power. This mechanism is explained by Michels' iron law of oligarchy, the inevitability of top elite rule even in utopian experiments or moments of revolution.